Hello, hi, nice to meet you guys. Say hello to Petur and Reynir.
Yeah, hi, I'm Petur. I'm the design director on Pax Dei.
I'm Reynir Hardarson, game director on Pax Dei.
Do we have Danneh here too?
I'm here. I'm in a van, Annie, and everything's going wrong. My keyboard's just run out of battery, and
oh no!
Internet's flying through the wind. So I was trying to quickly sort it out, but I got a mouse. I'm okay. But yeah, lovely to see you again. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good to speak to you again. It's really nice meeting you guys. We get a moment here to sit down after this streamer event that we had the last few days, and I know I've spent quite a bit of time here. I'm assuming Danneh has as well.
A little bit, yeah. I spent most of my time chopping trees and gathering resources. I'm a terrible builder, I've found out.
Oh, you let other people build? That's fair enough.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some people are so creative, and also because I can build to make it functional. You know, like I know that I need to put a road here. I know I need to make a house here. And if I make a house, it's like it's a square or a rectangle, it's a window, it's a door, done. But then some people are so creative, like, well, we need some flowers, we need some other decorations, we need to make it look nice. And I'm not as good at those, nice looking things.
Yeah, it has been actually amazing to see, like in all the tests, like the first alpha and the second alpha and this one, like how much passion and effort people put into actually building something they're proud of and something that like other people can come across and explore and look at, even though as of yet like the buildings don't have much functionality other than just like a place where you like keep your crafting stations and storage and whatever. But yeah, that's been super satisfying for us to like watch and see that actually came true, that people actually have like are really passionate about that for its own sake.
Yeah, I was just going to add to it. I think there's something so fun about being able to build your own thing and then having in Pax Dei the ability to do it with others too. Because I've always enjoyed survival games, and I've never really done a survival MMO. So that's what made it extra interesting, to be able to work together, to gather everything, to build together, things like that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I've enjoyed this type of gameplay in other games, but in the past when I have, like, it hasn't been an MMO setting. So when I put like thousands of hours in building something that I'm proud of, at the end of it, I'm always a little bit disappointed because nobody's going to come visit me and like actually like, except maybe one or two friends at max.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the dream here, is that, is to actually make that kind of world that people can, build and make beautiful.
Yeah, and also that random encounter of what people have built. Because like you said, sometimes survival games do have the ability to have some online, but it's usually limited to co-op, and like you have to invite them to your game, to your server, so they can see it. In this case, you can randomly encounter people who've built, which is pretty cool.
Exactly.
I was going to ask one question. Have you guys found that people have like grown in creativity from Alpha 1 to Alpha 2 to now? And yeah.
It's funny you should mention that. I just commented on it today when we were going through all the submissions to the kind of the building challenge, which we'll talk about later in this. Like when we looked at 12 or 13 of those, I was like, wow, like because I just had like the very clear memory of what was built in Alpha 1, which at the time we thought was like super impressive, and we really had like, that was like, we were so happy like seeing everything that happened in Alpha 1, but like people who've been playing the game now, like in consecutive alphas and like watching the creativity of others, has actually like a lot of kind of people who learned a lot, like what you can actually do with the pieces that we have. Even if we've expanded the sets and we've expanded the gameplay a bit, that area of the game a little bit in Alpha 1, but we've been mostly focusing on other things. But in the meantime, players have gotten better and better at like creating more beautiful things and like learned tricks from one another.
I just saw like I log off for 2 hours, and the and the team will come back and the things that they've built just in a couple of hours, and like how creatively things are coming together is just really cool to see. Sorry, Anne.
No. I'm sorry. I was just gonna add to it and be like, it's a very good point, because the more experienced people are, the more crazy things you're gonna see. So just throughout the early access that's coming as well on 18th of June, from then on, I think we're just gonna see crazier and crazier creativity as more people get access to the game. And yeah, I can't wait to see what people are gonna build.
Yeah, I mean the homestead is always going to be. I mean that's it's one of the large areas that we think about when we think about the game. Like we think about the homestead and the adventure, and like civilization and civilization building. So like building houses and like building like great establishments and buildings that you're proud of kind of feeds into all of these three things. Kind of you need to prepare for adventure. You have like at your homestead, you know in the future you'll grow and like do farming and crafting and all of those things. And of course, it's also kind of the underpinnings of the civilization that you can see in the world and experience and kind of build. So it is a very crucial feature. We're gonna keep expanding on all of these areas, all of these kind of these kind of pillars of the game after we go to early access. And of course, as you know, you've been like people who've been following the game or playing the game, that like we put a lot of work on the kind of the homestead part of it first. The adventure part is there, but it's like it's gonna need continuous work, and it's gonna maintain like it's gonna be one of our like primary focus areas that needs like a very healthy kind of development for foreseeable future or forever. And there I'm talking about like combat and like spells and like combat and gear and kind of progression in combat and like PvE encounters and PvP mechanics. But the third kind of the civilization part is the part of the game that we've developed a lot of designs and ideas in that area, but it hasn't made sense to actually build it until we had kind of the foundation of the core game, because it kind of layers on top of everything else and synergizes and kind of it relies on like a thriving world already, and that's kind of the other kind of big focus that we're going to be working on for the coming year, honestly, but for the coming months especially.
Yeah, because I read that about it as well, because you guys felt like you've come pretty far in terms of having like the basis of the game going, like the skeleton. And at this point, it's really valuable for you guys to have people actually playing, because then you can see what is happening. You can get feedback from people as well. Those of you who did play this weekend or watched me play, you could see that there was like a feedback button on the top right corner. It was like press F8 or something. The feedback button was very not in your face, but it was obviously there to be easily accessible, because that is one of the main things that you guys want. You want to see people experience things and tell you guys how it's going, and not only bugs and stuff like that, but also potentially what people want to see, what should be added, what would people like to see. And I'm assuming, the more people want something and the more you guys think it's, feasible and the right direction for the game, then you might end up implementing it.
Yeah, it's also the fact that it is a sandbox game, and it relies so much on emergent behavior from the players, especially when it comes to civilization systems. We have like social structures that are very hard to predict, and people behave in different ways. It's rather impossible to develop it without the people in it. So
yeah,
it's kind of a cooperation with us and the players. So we're kind of going on this journey together. And we, like Petur was saying, we kind of had to build the foundations first before. So now it feels very much like a survival game, but it's not really a survival game. So the game will, kind of morph and transform. I mean, once you have like the marketplaces and and the large social structures inside the game, it's gonna be a totally different thing. But it's kind of cute, because it's kind of like the pilgrims, coming to the uncharted land now and building their homestead.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's very interesting that you said that, because that's exactly what my experience is right now too. Like when I played, I felt like, oh, it's a survival game, but I'm not limited to 5 people. That is exactly what it felt like. And then somebody did mention to me, yeah, they are actually bringing a marketplace. So that's like one big thing, which is a very MMO thing. Is there anything else on top of your head that you can be like, oh yeah, like this thing as well, which is also very MMO, that is public, if you want to share, if there's anything else?
Yeah, I guess the kind of analogy Reynir was using was actually really good. Like the game, in a lot of aspects right now, it feels a bit like a survival game, and then like the features in the civilization track that we're like working on kind of introducing are the things that actually turn this, like, if anyone was in any doubt, like, like it's going to turn it more into an MMO, like actually strengthen that. Right now, of course, we have clans, but we want to kind of make the clan system better. But yeah, introducing markets and introducing other kind of social structures that are orthogonal to the clans, but we fully expect the clans to still organize and decide how they run, such as the feudal structures and and other structures that kind of introduce positions of power that people can vie over and things like that. We'll share more details about it later, but yeah.
Speaking of just the game itself and the preview weekend, let's talk about what happened. Apparently, you guys had over 80 content creators who were involved in this. So
Yes.
it's a big project. Like, you really wanted a lot of content creators and their communities to join in. That was a big number. I didn't realize it was 80 content creators. So that's really cool. And me and Danneh were two of those people, right, Danneh?
Yep. Oh, yes.
Yeah. We managed to build our own little communities. Did you end up building a village or something, Danneh?
I can't take too much credit.
Fair enough.
I brought the logs in, but we went with like a docks and like a pirate theme, so we had a very medieval looking dockyard with taverns and a
Evil
pirate
looking
ship and little
dockyard.
boats and stuff. Yeah, with cranes and an execution area as well. So yeah, it's really fun actually, and seeing what people put together. Like I say, we kind of come up with an idea together, and there's a lot of people gathering, a lot of people building, and the teamwork's absolutely nuts. And what you're touching on here is, we're talking about where the game is now, but I'm sure Annie's chat is absolutely the same. Everyone's so excited about where it's going, right? Because you're in Pax Dei, you love it. Everything about that you're in now is really solid. What's next? Everyone's super excited about what's coming next. So.
Yeah, I think especially because we both have our MMO backgrounds, right? So I think we have a lot of community people also playing MMOs, and it's people getting excited, especially about the MMO aspects which are coming.
I mean, that's basically all we can ask for. Is that people actually believe in the vision and are passionate about it, and and are here to kind of help us take it through and build it, because we believe in this game. We believe that this is the game that we want to build and we want to play, and we're just really happy that people are there's quite a lot of people that agree with that and actually want this game to be made. But it's but it's taken some time, and we're just really happy where we are right now. And Reynir, were you?
Yeah, I was just going to say, we're huge believers in, this style of game, which is not, it's not a theme park like a lot of games. It's more, it's focused on the sandbox and especially human interaction. This is why it's so important to have your house in the world, so you can, be with other people and build it together. And that's kind of the philosophy we're going with. And it is a little bit unusual maybe, so it's kind of people have to take it on faith, and it is also from our background. We used to work CCP games for many years. I'm one of the co-founders there, and I worked on EVE, I don't know, almost 20 years. And that's really a highly emergent social sandbox, and we're very much from that school, although it's a different game from EVE, but this is where we want to take it. This is why I'm so excited about building the civilization aspect into it. And we're kind of on a tipping point now.
Yeah.
Where, we kind of have the foundation, and now we're ready to go.
Yeah, you got all the knowledge, all the experience, and a lot of ideas, and just want to put it into your new game.
Yeah. We've done it for some time, but
Not all the ideas, only the
Not
good
all
ideas.
the good ones. The challenges of the past few days. I know I've been working on them. I'm not sure how far Danneh got into them, but we had multiple different challenges. We had one which was kill a bunch of different creatures in the game. Then we had one which was to find all these different herbs and plants. Then we had one which was apparently was a choice. I didn't know this. I haven't told my community either, but I realized this when I was going to submit my screenshot. Challenge number 3 was craft your own iron set piece or get a PvP kill, or what was the third thing? Kill a named enemy. I did all three.
Hey,
I thought I was supposed to do
Nice.
everything, so I did everything.
That's well done.
So that was funny. I forgot to tell my community, guys, yeah, we didn't have to do all three. We only needed to do one. I realized when I was submitting the screenshot and there was only space for one screenshot. And I was like, how am I supposed to put all three in one picture? So yeah, that happened, but it was fun. So yeah. And then we have challenge number 4, the final one, which was building the house and, or not the house, the village, which I did together with my community. And we built a lot of stuff and we had a lot of people cooperating for this. We needed so much stone, the nice rocks. We needed clay for all the foundation and the streets or roads. Oh, that's another thing. I hope we get some cheaper road making materials in the future, because it's really expensive to build roads with stone foundation, but that's what we ended up doing.
We really want to also just, also just want to give you better kind of, better road materials, like the foundations that you use right now are of course like, they're great for building foundational houses and like making
so they're expensive.
sculptures or like making terracing or whatever, but they're not like the best suited to make a road per se. But they're a kind of temporary stand-in for that.
Nice.
Yeah, we have prototypes.
Prototypes even.
With proper road material.
Yeah.
Nice.
But when it drops, it's always a priority thing.
Yeah, of course, understandable.
Cool. That will allow you to like suppress the grass, and you can have roads that look like roads. And that's going to be the foundation for building like squares and connecting roads together, etc.
You heard it, guys. We're getting roads confirmed.
I cannot tell when it drops.
No, that's okay. It's coming. That's what's important.
He doesn't know if it's Monday or Tuesday. It's like, no.
Okay. You never know. Maybe it's Wednesday.
No, but yeah, we agree. We definitely want that and have some prototypes.
Awesome.
Quick question about the new, not cosmetics, but the new designs of the building. That's something that we didn't see previously as well. What are your thoughts on how people have utilized some of these new designs like throughout their builds through this preview?
Yeah, I mean, people have we had a lot of people in this test that had played before, so it was just really exciting to see how they like started integrating it into what they had done before. Yeah, I think whenever, like now and also in the future, I suspect like whenever we introduce new types of building pieces, it will kind of spawn people, like get people to like kind of rethink how they build things, like how do we construct roads, how do we construct like
the reason I ask is it just it creates so much conversation about what you guys may do in the future, what you may bring in from different times or different things. And obviously at the moment we're all talking about building because that's mainly what we're doing. And it was just a massive conversation. So it's nice to see everyone utilizing what you've put in there for this preview. It's really cool.
Going back to the challenges real quick before we get too excited about talking about new things. We had a final challenge, the Villa Extravaganza, which was the building challenge. Building of a village or house of your community. And apparently you guys had a jury that selected a top 3.
It's a top 4 actually. Yeah.
It's a top 4?
It was too hard. This is
okay.
I think probably the hardest thing I've done or like participated in my life. We had like multiple people looking at these and
it's hard.
It was really hard. Yeah, there are 4. There are 4 and then there's also 4 kind of honorable mentions.
Okay.
So maybe we should I think we should share the honorable mentions first. We picked 4 kind of overall winners, and we were left with these. We had 4 more that like we just really, really wanted to show. And yeah, let's go through them. Yes. So the first one is like a very nice, cozy house that we saw. That was. If you let's just go straight to the image, actually. What kind of, I think, caught everyone's eye with this really nice kind of, what do you call this, Reynir? Like on the left side there.
Yeah, this is
fully loading system.
Yeah, very reminiscent of like docks or beautiful.
Yeah. I thought it was like a simple but like very, very pretty house.
Yeah, no, it's actually really nice. A lot of details. I like that they have an inside picture as well. So you can see the inside. Very. I didn't even know there was a big table like that. I never saw that.
Those boxes are created by individual logs as well, right? Just outside on the left.
Yeah.
Things like that are really cool when you see people bring all these smaller parts together.
And I can't tell if there's like a flower pot like there at the base of the stairs, or if this is like a trough for like horses, which haven't found their way into Pax Dei yet. But
Ooh,
I
horses? Did you say horses?
Yeah.
Chat, you heard it here.
But I like that. It seems like somebody can like tie their horse there and like water them. Like.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we just need to add the horses, and then that's that, right?
Yeah, like done.
Done.
All right. So yeah, we thought this one definitely worth mentioning. Super nice.
All right, next up.
The next one, Fyro Gaming. Sorry, I didn't pronounce the name of the first honorable mention. I don't know. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
That's okay. We have Fyro Gaming here for the gorgeous representation of organized chaos. Organized chaos. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, let's go to that slide. So this is like a village or like a small hamlet, and we just felt like it was so like organically put together. It was very busy and there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's still kind of it just really felt like somebody lived there. So we explored this a bit and also felt that this was definitely worth giving a shout out for.
I like the usage of pathways.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What did they use for that?
I think it's the
it's like stone foundation, right? And you just
is it stone foundation? And then they just put it deep in. Cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's really clever.
They're so clearly not on a grid or anything. They just feel really natural and
Yeah, that's really cool.
Pretty. Third one. We go to the next one.
The Foxier, Ogeru, Shadok, and Lord Grimly for their wonderful lake city.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
And
the pictures here don't do it all justice. Like there's a lot of like really nice details that we found, like just kind of exploring the town. They also made like a very nice video of like walking through this lake town and like people kind of role playing, and it's like, you know, it just felt very, very much alive.
Yeah, that's really nice. Oh my god.
I love all the players. You can see them in the bottom left shot. All of the,
exactly.
Yeah, the bottom left one. Yeah, it looks
like
cool.
a town gathering.
Having a beach party.
Exactly.
That's really nice
as well. I like it. Look at the sail. Oh, that's very cool. Very creative.
Yeah, I really like that. Nice ship. Wait, there was a ship too? Yeah, look at that. There's a ship parked by the dock.
People like building ships and Pax Dei. Found that a lot.
Really creative. Ships confirmed. Honestly, these are just player made, right? I don't think there's actual ships in the game.
No,
maybe there will be. I don't know.
This is a sculpture of a ship. But I mean, it's on the water, so it must float, right? So
true. It has to be a real ship then. Yeah, it has to be a real ship.
This doesn't have any sails yet. It's the only thing.
Right.
All right.
And then last but not least.
Exactly. Now, last but not least, some like amazing, unique builds.
Okay. Masterclass about wood usage. Okay. Ooh, I love the colors in these screenshots too. Someone has an artistic eye. That looks incredible.
Yeah, it's an amazing village. I don't think we have like seen anyone do this type of village before. That's really ingenious.
It's also Thompson they limited themselves to a single special architecture style, so it has like its own visual vibe. It's all made of wood, which is interesting and also very beautiful.
I was going to say that these pictures, although they're stunning, I've seen some more pictures, I think, on the Discord, these are lovely, but also doesn't feel like it does it any justice as well, because it's absolutely insane when you go into all the deep, like how the boat on the top left one is awesome, but there's just more of that dotted around that I saw, and I was like, oh my, what? Like, how on earth did you feel this?
Yeah, people are so creative. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Tom's stream yesterday when they were doing the finishing touches. Like, it's crazy cool.
Yeah.
And it's also built on shallow water, so it has like this, stilt foundations. It's
That's awesome. All right, so that was the last honorable mention, and now we have a top 4. And is the top 4 the video?
That's the video, yes.
What location for this one?
All right. Yeah, this one is pretty nuts.
This is still very fast.
Yeah, it is quite fast.
Okay, let's do 20.
Apologies for that. But yeah, this is like, this is definitely gets.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Definitely takes the cake for like the most impressive kind of fortress, castle style building.
Oh wow.
In the PV week.
Nina.
Okay, and number 2, Nina 96.
Yes. They built a really cozy hamlet. It's like super functional, super pretty. Also, like made like a really nice trailer that they shared with us to kind of in their submission. But yeah, it's a very like super nice location.
Oh, this is
like
so
fits really well with the environment.
And then we have Salik Space.
Yes, so Salik and the Linwood clan, built a really nice kind of walled village. It's not all fully built yet. There are like some parts within the walls where like you can just imagine how the village would grow, but it already has like incredibly fine
This looks
detail.
like a cinematic.
Just like a gorgeous church and like a really impressive kind of entrance to the walled city.
Space Goat, number 4.
Yes. And then Space Goat. Yeah, it's a very, very cozy town with like a really gorgeous. You'll see it later in the video. Like exterior kind of party area. This is like this is probably the best Oktoberfest place in Pax Dei at the moment.
The best Oktoberfest.
And kind of there's just a lot of like really cool detail inside the buildings and inside that pub.
That was so cool.
Yeah, just like once again, just congratulate all the winners and the honorable mentions and like everyone who participated. Like this was really hard to kind of pick only like a select number of builds, but
seeing this, I really understand what you mean. That must have been so difficult. And do we have a number 1 winner, or do they all win the same thing, or how does it work here?
They all win the same thing.
They all win the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, so they're all first placers.
Yeah,
they're all final winners.
There's no way like picking just one.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
There's so much variety in all the builds.
Yeah, no, it's really impressive. And congratulations on 4 people. And because it was meant to be 3, but you guys just couldn't pick 3, right? So it became 4, and then we had the 8 honorable mentions as well. So from what I remember, there's going to be a lot of Twitch subs that's going to be handed out to a lot of people who've done a lot of different challenges. For this Villa Extravaganza, from what I remember, it's Founders Keys. So you guys get a bunch of Founders Keys that you can then give away to your own communities. So congratulations on that. So since the whole community has been building it together, this is a way for Pax Dei to be able to reward the community by not just giving something to the content creator, but also to you guys' communities. So you guys will get some founder package keys that you can give to your community. So congratulations. Space Goat is here too. Awesome. Yeah, congratulations. Pre-order is already active. If you guys want to support the devs, there's founders package that you guys can get. It gives you early access, which starts on the 18th. So if you are considering wanting to hop into the game, that is something that you can do. And then what is the big surprise? Oh, did you guys get a sneak peek on our schedule here?
Yeah, we actually have one surprise.
We do.
Just as a thank you to everyone. It's so we have like a small trailer for you to share with you. It's not the final, but we just just can't let the opportunity go to kind of share it now, to kind of as a thanks to you to everyone who's been participating in this week.
Just a quick one before we watch. I know we're kind of semi wrapping up, but I know there was a bit of a document kind of discussing your guys. I know we're talking about the future of the game. A lot of the discussions that I've been having with a lot of people over the last week and previous alphas was future for Pax Dei, and I don't know if I can talk about this yet, or maybe I can kind of hint to you guys, but there was routes you are going with what was happening within, Lioness, the PvP zone after the preview. Are we all right to have maybe 5 minutes of your time to just explain to us what kind of the future is for that side of the game? I don't know if I could say the words, but kingdoms, for example, are you able to kind of explain a little bit more about that and tell us your vision for that side of the game?
We can talk about that for sure.
Super. Okay.
At least to some extent, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Superb. Absolutely superb.
The chills of that. That was so... Oh, and the final there. Early access, June 18th. I love that last scene as well. It just went into the little thing on top of the building, and that was the sign of Pax Dei. That's so cool. That was the first time I watched it too, in case you guys didn't know. That was the first time for me too, so we all watched it together for the first time. Well, I'm sure you guys have watched it before, but I haven't. I didn't see horses. Where are the horses? No, but it was still a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm happy you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just, of course, needed to make something to kind of just celebrate where, what's in the game already and a little bit of what's coming up. But yeah, there's more stuff coming for sure.
I'm not sure 100%, but did you guys show off some building pieces that is not in the game already? Maybe I just haven't unlocked it, but it felt like some of the building pieces were something I haven't seen before.
There's that shot where there's six characters on the mountain with the castle to the left and the village built into the mountains behind that just I think encompasses everything that you're trying to do. It's such an epic shot. Really, really awesome.
What's your favorite part of the trailer?
Yeah, I would have to say it's the building part. That is the thing of the game.
The building.
Most proud of at the moment. It's the most complete part of it, and we've actually been able to stretch it further than we originally planned. So, it started out as a cute little feature where build little house, have a simple building system, and then just people playing the game just went bananas, and we just decided to support it, and it went further and further. And this just resonates so much with people. And this little dollhouse play of ours, we love it.
The dollhouse play. Yeah, that's actually funny.
My favorite thing was as soon as the first time I saw the trailer, it already was in a rough cut, in a roughly showing this cut, and seeing the buildings come together piece by piece was yes, we've never actually kind of shown this, and like, that's what I felt really awesome, because that's basically what I feel. So I feel that excites me so much when I'm actually just like when I log into the game or like look at the videos from the preview week. It's like seeing what people are coming up with and just knowing like how much work and effort has gone into it and how much like trial and errors went into
all
doing
the time.
Yeah.
I noticed
and of
that
course
you...
also people sitting at the table eating there, like, yes, I want that. I want to.
Yeah.
People are having a feast there on the balcony.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit in the background as well, a little small window for people who might have missed it. This is a trailer that we just watched, an early access trailer, which was a bonus content for today's little wrap-up show of the event that we had the past few days. I noticed in this, there's a lot of, it shows off the building aspect of the game, of course, and then it also shows like peaceful shots here and there, you know, from this cozy little part in the nature, for example, but also the mountains and other places. And then we also saw a bit of group content in there, didn't we? Saw a bit of dungeon action.
People who have like have progressed and like, you know, gotten a lot of armor. We have a lot of stories where people get going into dungeons, and they are not risk-free. They're pretty hard. So you're gonna need some friends to go into the deep dungeons.
Cool.
Just to confirm, you asked about the prices earlier, and the prices are master founder packs. I just wasn't sure about exactly the specifics, but yeah. So the winners of the competition are getting master founder packs.
Okay, master founder packages for the winners of the competition. Congratulations again. And you, not just for you as the content creator, but also multiple copies to give out to your community. So
yes,
as a thank you, you know, for them doing that. Now look at this. This combat scene was so cool. And then we get to see some building too. Yeah, no, that was a really good trailer. I really like it. When roadmap? Do we have any roadmap that's going to be shared anytime soon?
We'll be sharing information about that very soon.
Okay, soon TM. Soon TM, that's the answer.
Like very, very soon, actually.
Very, very soon. All right, very soon. Emphasis on the very.
Should we leave my question to your very, very soon, or is there any words that could be said about what's sort of coming on that side of things to excite people to look forward to the rest of the news that's coming soon, especially around sort of Lioness and the PvP area, and what's that looking like for, you know, that side of the community?
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about before, of course, like Lioness was built and like implemented as like a testing ground for PvP mechanics, more than like it's not really a stepping stone towards kind of how we envision PvP to be in the game, like as a system, but more just like as a testing ground because working on combat is hard, and it's going to take a long time to actually make it great. Like I think we made some steps to make it better already, but I don't think anyone is going to call it like great yet. There's a lot of work left to do there, and we didn't want to like work on the game, work on combat in PvE in isolation from PvP. We feel like we need to be able to evaluate any kind of steps and work that we do on it with PvP in mind as well. But yes, so when we start talking about civilization, we like one of the big kind of meta structures that we are working on for that is kind of the feudal system, the kind of the meta groups of players who you know, band together to kind of to anoint knights and swear fealty to them, to build armies together, and like knights coming together to create baronies, and then baronies becoming kingdoms, etc. And that is like the whole system, and like the things that we aspire to build for that. While it is like pretty expansive and complex, we can take actually very simple, meaningful steps towards it. And the first of those steps is allowing players to kind of anoint knights, and other players to kind of swear fealty to them, and for those players to be able to combat each other outside of Lioness. That's kind of the at a high level, that's kind of the first step that we need to kind of take, and when we're working towards. I don't have like an exact timeline for that.
Soon TM.
Amazing. That's more than I was expecting. So that's incredible. I can see people already going, okay, this is brilliant. This is juicy. Yeah, exciting. So no, thanks for sharing that. That's awesome.
But I mean, just as our community is probably like we've done before, we're not like super timid about like sharing stuff. Like we don't want to make like we don't want to overcommit and like make too like strict promises that people are then gonna come back and like but we still want to be transparent. We want to like if we don't communicate about the vision of the game and what we're trying to build, then why would people get behind it? So this does not have like a timestamp or a timeline or anything. But yeah,
amazing.
Still
We
really
love your
happy
vision.
to share that at least.
Yeah, we're really behind the vision, and that's a big part of I know a lot of people's interests. So no, thanks for sharing that. That's cool.
Everyone is wondering about fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we love fishing.
Yes.
We love fishing. Well,
yes. The thing though is that can't guarantee when it's coming in. It's not on the top priority.
Okay.
But
That's
you know,
good.
it's a long journey. We want to do fishing, and we want to do it nice. You know, when I'm at the water, I want to fish. Like, it will.
Well,
the question is, but it's not going to be like one of the first priorities. I'm sorry.
The game is just not going to make any sense before you can fish. There's so many like large, beautiful bodies of water and rivers and like.
I know.
Yes, we desperately want to fish, but.
Yeah. We'll see. You know, this comes a lot up in conversations within the company also. Like everybody wants to fish.
Everybody wants to fish. Like.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer. Honestly, hearing that you love fishing, hearing that it's not top priority means it's there, it's coming. It's just maybe not the first thing on mind. So honestly, that's good. The question is fishing coming? Yes, it's coming. When is it coming? We don't know. Soon, maybe not very soon, but soon. I'm trying to think what else. Farming. What about farming plots? Is that something also that you love?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, it just. I think there are just a few things to, like when you even just look at the screenshots from the game where you spend like 3 minutes playing the game for the first time. There are a few things that just completely follow. Like it's so easy to kind of understand that, like, yes, farming, like. And that's why, of course, we're fine mentioning a horse because, of course, like, having a horse in a mount in this game is completely fits with the world, even though we don't have it yet and we can't say exactly when it's coming. Mm-hmm. But fishing is kind of fishing and farming are kind of the same thing. We're like, of course, there's going to be farming. Where it's a medieval, game where people are building villages and everything. So, yes, farming.
All right, yes, farming.
I can say
one more quick one.
Farming has higher priority than fishing at the moment.
Really? Okay, farming higher priority than fishing. Wow. Okay, good to know. Can
I just one last thing before we go? I know we don't want to turn this into a massive Q&A and lots of information will be shared, but from like the larger communities and smaller communities, from a permission-based system, obviously a lot of people are going to invest a lot of time into building. When it comes down to clans and things, are we going to allow like a larger permission system, maybe with plots or people or building and stuff?
Yes.
Is there anything about that?
That is already in the works, and like,
superb.
We have a lot of like pretty ambitious kind of designs for how much of it how granular of a permission system we want to give players, because it's one of those things that can get really complicated if you go too far. Mm-hmm. And it's like you're just giving people a lot of rope to hang themselves because just with the growing complexity of it. But the main, like, it is like really vital that you can, that you're in enough control, like with whom you're actually sharing permissions to your storage or to your, building on your plot, etc. If it's the whole clan or if it's like a subsection of it, or, if you want to share permissions with all the blacksmiths in the clan, etc. So that is like an area in the game that we're going to continuously kind of evolve, and like feedback from the player base is going to be like, is going to influence that a lot. But yes, we already have like improvements to that in the works, and we'll we'll communicate more detail about that soon.
Super. Nah, super exciting. Yeah, sorry to jump in with the last one. Then I appreciate.
No, but it's a really good question because it's a very important. Like if you when building like a social sandbox MMO, like the whole kind of so much relies on trust between players and like building trust and like living up to that trust. And if you can't test like how much you can trust somebody without like giving them full access to everything, like you're just going to be so much like more reserved from actually even trying to do it. So that's very important.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I know a lot of people who are behind the project and things like that will help them kind of bed into it and socialize more and everything. So yeah, I know a lot of this information's probably going to be coming out soon. You know, you're saying you're releasing some bits some here and there, so I want to turn into a massive Q&A, but that's a huge one, as well as the PvP. So from my side, wicked. Thank you for answering those questions.
Yeah, thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Thank you for answering with such detail as well. Really appreciate it. And thank you for enthusiasm for the game. Chat, I'm seeing all of these questions. We can't keep them here for too long. They're already over time. I don't want to, force them here. We can't keep them hostage. But thank you so much. Thank you to all the content creators who joined in with their communities, building all of these amazing villages and buildings. Thank you to you guys and not just you guys, but also everyone on your teams for creating this game. Looking forward to what is going to come. I think a lot of people here are really excited to see what's happening. And if you guys have any feedback about what you want to be added in the game or any kind of other stuff, the feedback system is in the game. Use it because that's what they want from you guys as well. And Peter and Reynir, thank you guys for coming here for this interview as well, answering all the questions and telling us about the things that you love but is not in the game yet, like fishing and farming and horses. We like that, so thank you for that. And look forward to seeing what's next. And Danneh, thank you for also joining here on this little interview.
Good to chat again. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to just sit down and like talk about the game. But yeah, Peter, Reynir, I'm not going to keep you guys here too much longer. You guys can go and enjoy your evenings. I'm assuming it's evening for you guys. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you guys in the chat on June 18th for the early access, for those of you who are hopping into that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again for having us.
Thank you, guys.
We
Cheers.
do this all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.